start the recording. So everyone say hi. Ah,
Oh, penis.
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 Also,
Does it pertain to undeath?
I figured it out.
Undead penis. What is it?
On top of the sheet where you see roll options, click the verbose.
Verbose.
Yeah, verbose. Yeah, I guess you could stick it to either be a regular roll, hard roll, or extreme roll. Or verbose where it has all three.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, let me just change that real quick, Tristan. I want to see something.
Thanks,
here.
Josh. Josh says penis too.
Quick
Oh,
question.
Lord. Okay.
We have up until next week to make our for session 1, right?
No, we're not going to start. We're probably going to wait until one of my other games ends, either Blades, which I'm pretty sure is going to end before Esoterica. But,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted one more game to end before I started this one. So within the month, I'd say.
I have time to like finish my sheet.
Yes.
So I haven't had a chance to start the sheet, but I did read the whole thing, like the PDF. So
Yeah, I already have a sheet made for you, I believe.
yeah, I just need to.
Well, and that's
roll
part
the
of what
stats.
that's part of what this session and the next session, if we do a part 2, is for like creating and figuring out how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, all right. I think. Yeah. Is everyone here?
You tell me. I don't know.
Well, everyone that said it would be is.
So 1, 2, 3. Right. Oh, Conga
Except
said.
Conga.
There's 5 of us.
Yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about him right now because he's having some personal things happen. So, all right. So I guess welcome everybody once again, and those of you who are new to the game itself, welcome to what is potentially going to be one of the most thrilling and terrifying experiences of your life.
Yay! Sounds fun.
So we're gonna go through character creation and how that works and what it's going to look like going forward and how you're going to play your character, because you're going to choose an archetype, you're going to choose an occupation and all that stuff, and you're going to flesh out your version of what you think would be a perfect investigator for such a scenario. So if everyone has their sheets open, everyone has their edit mode box checked at the top right, I would imagine.
My GM took it off edit mode.
Oh.
What the heck? Hang on. I'm going to my character sheet here. And do I just click edit next to the magnifying glass?
So what you're going to do is you're going to edit the sheet directly.
No, it's the
Look down.
if you look at the
got it.
sheet on the black stripe, yeah, top right.
Okay.
Quick question to the people who already have characters. What
There we go.
roles are you guys playing?
So,
I am
yep, go ahead.
a forensic psychologist.
Yep, and I went police officer. There's no real roles. It's just what skills you want your character to have.
Exactly, and how you choose or what you choose your character to be will play into the overall setting. I already have no problem integrating Kate or Gabriel into the story because they're smack dab in the middle of everything because they're cops.
Hey, hon, thanks for the like. So quick question on occupations. Are there any occupations that are off limits? Like, or do we have to like stay within this kind of realm, I assume?
So no, you can choose any occupation you wish that's out of the book, which I will consider here.
Yep.
For
There's
example,
a lot.
so the book, the actual book we're going to be using is the 7th edition rulebook.
I think you sent that to me directly, didn't you?
I think I did, maybe. But I can give you an
It's
idea
also
of...
pinned.
Yes, it is pinned in the channel, discussion channel.
What book is it? The 7th edition Keeper rulebook?
The Keeper does have information on it, but also
the
really
Investigator
mainly
Handbook?
you're going to be looking at the Investigator Handbook, yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So just some sample occupations that could work. I could suggest some for this particular setting. I don't think antiquarian would be particularly useful. That's like art appraisals and historical stuff, although maybe it could. You never know. Artists, athletes, authors, member of the clergy, that could work. Criminal, dilettante, you could be a doctor of medicine, that could also work. A drifter would be interesting. Someone who just kind of like shows up.
Okay.
Or a hobo.
Or a hobo, yeah.
Oh, I
Engineer.
could be an excellent hobo.
By the way, if you are interested in learning a little bit about what a hobo is capable of in this game, look up the story of Old Man Henderson. You'll learn how an old man who was played by a player who became very vindictive against his DM because his DM's a piece of shit. He essentially dismantled the entire campaign in a few sessions by his actions. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Is this this isn't modern day, right?
It is modern, yes.
Oh, it is. Okay, so I have no off limits list.
Pretty much no.
items here. Okay.
Entertainer, farmer
Last-
would work because there's a lot of farmland and rural areas in Overton, Wales. Hacker is an occupation. That could work as
saw
well.
that.
Journalist, lawyer, librarian, military officer would work. Missionary, maybe not so much in this circumstance. Musician, probably. Parapsychologist would play in with Kate's character. Probably consulting, that is. Like, if she needs to go to a parapsychologist to figure out, what's, what can what's here that I could use,
More of the mind.
Pilots, police detectives, police officers, private investigators, professors, soldiers, tribe members. That would probably not apply here.
I was an FBI agent in our last game, and that had like a killer shot.
Mhm.
Like I dumped all of my stats into shooting, and man, did it treat me well.
Yeah, you downed I'm pretty sure you downed what is it? You shot like once and just it.
In a moving car too, so it was up to difficulty.
Correct. Oh, that's right. The hunting horror was after you.
Oh yeah, the hunting horror.
The hunting
And
horror.
then I made that-
Yes.
Gangster.
Yeah, and then I made the picture of it in the stockings.
So many choices. This is hard.
I know.
Zim, I'm guessing we're gonna do a lot of RP, right?
This is going to be a fairly RP heavy game, yes.
Mm.
All right, hell
And
yeah.
for those of you who do
it's-
not know what RP means, those of you watching, RP means roleplay. It's basically a convoluted term for all of the mush and the jargon that's going to take place between characters and NPCs, like the speaking and the talking and playing the character you're
and the
meant to play.
flirting and the insulting.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So, what's going to happen now is we're going to go through how to create your character. And we're going to start with your characteristics, which is also known as those lovely numbers that you probably would attribute in D&D to attributes.
Okay.
So strength, dexterity, intelligence, constitution, appearance, power. Yes, appearance does play a role in this game. Size, education, luck. Yeah, you can be a dumb fuck but have a really good education, or vice versa. So what we'll do is we're gonna start with the top, strength. So those of you who want to determine your strength, which by the way, this is going to be entirely random, I'm going to allow, as I did with the last game, I'm going to allow you to take 2 stats and switch the numbers if you want. If, like, for example, if you got a really shitty result in something that you wanted to get a good result in, and you got a really good result in something that you didn't
Really
want to get,
shitty?
yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. How do we get these numbers?
So, you're going to click in the chat box, bottom right, and you're going to type /roll, space 3d6.
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 For each stat, right?
Nope, not each stat. There's going to be specific stats that get that, so we'll cover those.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So this is for what, strength?
This is for strength, yep.
Oh, I'm weak as hell then. I got a 6.
So what's going to happen now is you're going to multiply that by 5. So
Oh.
30.
Oh god, math. Just kidding.
Okay.
So type 30 into your strength.
And also, if you want, I also have the page where it tells you what the numbers usually mean.
Correct. And I will also, as a sort of a piece of advice from Keeper of Arcane Knowledge, as they're called in this game. They're not called DMs, they're called the Keeper of Arcane Knowledge. I would wait to choose your occupation until after you finish your characteristic scores, because that might help you decide
Okay.
what makes
Yeah, that
sense.
makes sense.
Like, for example, your strength is low. I mean, that would already, in my mind, put you within a certain bracket of
Computer
occupations.
hacker.
Yeah.
Because of the book,
I'm not far
50
behind.
50 is average.
50 is
book.
average, yes. Anything above 50 is obviously above average, but when you're approaching 90 to 100, we're talking like Olympic champion kind of strength.
Yeah, 90 is one of the strongest people you ever meet. 99, world-class Olympic heavy lifter.
Also, for the record, virtually every monster, almost every monster or entity in this game that you could potentially face will have a higher strength than you.
Yep.
It is almost guaranteed. You would not want to grapple or contend or wrestle with most of what you would find in these games.
Well, good thing we have a team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, to give you an idea, here's an example. 140 strength, that's like a gorilla or a horse.
Yep.
So imagine how much stronger those monsters are going to be.
So has everyone put in their strength
Yep.
attribute? Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is going to be your dexterity. That
3d6 as well.
is going to be also 3d6, yes, times 5.
12
Holy
times
shit, who
5,
got the
that's
12?
6.
I got a
did.
14.
Rolling
Ricky.
pretty
Oh.
14 times 5, nice.
I'm good on this.
I'm gonna get my calculator
12
out here.
times-
50.
All right,
I
you have a
can't swap these
70
around,
dex.
can I?
70?
70 dex.
I have an 80.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's 60 dexterity. I can't swap these around, can I?
But
You can
Let's
swap-
wait until the end until you decide which ones you want to
OP?
swap.
Okay.
When I rolled, I managed to get some really good rolls, surprisingly, except for like my strength. And like, although I got like a ridiculous size for like, I wanted my character to be like a small girl, and I got like a 70 or an 80.
So size
behemoth.
doesn't necessarily have to correspond to your weight. It can if you want it to. It could also correspond to like your physical fitness.
Yep. Imagine if I switch that out with my parents for a good 75.
Yep.
Fits well with my 85 strength.
All right, has everybody recorded their decks?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, on to, let's go with intelligence. That is going to be 2d6 plus 6.
Okay, so I gotta really like let me get the advanced roller.
So 9 times 5. It's always 5, right?
It's 2d6 plus 6 times 5, yep.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's 55 for intelligence.
There you go.
I'm a smart cookie.
Oh shit, yeah you are. 12 times 5 is 70, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, 60.
60, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely above average intelligence.
Yep.
I can't do basic math in my head. I have to use my calculator.
Well,
I am
luckily
too.
you'll be playing a character who might be able to
No, and we got the brains. We got
I'm
the
a
brains.
walking
Dan.
calculator.
Okay, has everyone recorded their intelligence?
Yes.
I believe so.
Let's go with Constitution, which is back to 3d6 times 5.
Can you put times 5 at the end and
X
You
five.
can.
It's Asterisk 5, yeah.
Yeah, asterisk.
Oh, asterisk. Oops, my bad.
65.
Oh,
All right.
Jesus!
dang.
I'm gonna do it that way.
Asterisk.
I'm an
Are we gonna
Olympian
have a
now.
lot of 3d6 Zim? Or is it
You're
sharp
Like-
math?
the only characteristics that use 3d6 are strength, con, dex, appearance, and power.
Okay, so I got a 3. And after this is 2 more, so I will copy it. Okay.
Correct.
I was
Yep.
just like thinking I'm
also
gonna
luck.
copy the.
Before we even
One
consider other things too, what's going to happen is I'm going to have you guys determine your age after this as well, because that's going to either strengthen or diminish certain characteristics. Like, for example, as you get older, you might get more wiser, you might have more education, but maybe your strength is going to go down, and maybe your constitution will go down. I mean, just kind of getting more frail. I mean, no offense, but people who get older are just going to get more and more that way as time goes
I'm
on.
highly offended by that.
You better be.
Speaking from experience, huh?
You old fuck. Just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so everyone recorded their constitution?
Yep.
Okay. Now we're going to go to appearance.
Experience.
Yep,
Same
appearance
thing.
is going to be
Oh my
3d6 times 5.
I'm ugly.
Oh.
I am semi.
Everyone's
I'm-
ugly.
I'm like a 5.
Nobody-
I guess. I don't
Listen,
know.
don't worry, guys. We're all in this together.
Yep. We can all be ugly together.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey,
That's right.
can I talk to you over here? No, you look a little rapey. I'm sorry.
I'm always behind my. I'm gonna be behind my computer anyway, so nobody's even gonna see me. So it doesn't matter.
Listen, considering the fact that I want to choose that I'm thinking about going gangster, probably it makes sense.
You know what? I'm
Gangster
so
would be
uglier.
interesting.
I got 35.
Especially
Oh,
with our
man.
because I have a cop and a forensic psychologist. They're both different sides of the law.
Yeah, and they'd be like, oh, we know you.
Exactly.
Hey, my appearance is a 65, which means I am above average.
That's right. I mean, yeah, look
Yep.
at the pick. It matches the pick.
Haha.
It's as if you had ESP. You knew before. How did you do that?
My guy.
All right, let's
I guess
go
my guy's gonna
to.
be scarred.
So appearance is recorded. Yes.
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 Power.
3d6 times 5.
Power is going to be 3d6 times 5.
Ooh, 55.
Jesus Christ.
Hey yo, Anne, let's go.
Oh,
Again.
sick.
I'm gonna rethink my character now.
As someone who's played this, in the past, power is very important.
Yeah.
Power is very, very.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Obviously, since we're on it, we should probably describe how power's different than other ones.
Power is going to play into not only your capabilities of casting eldritch spells, but
Ooh.
also resisting them.
Oh,
And
shit.
resisting
Yep.
your well, sanity is obviously going to play a huge role in this game. You're gonna get sanity checks probably every session and in multiple points. What that means is I'm going to call for a sanity check because you just saw something that's really just not what a person should see ever in their life.
We're
Or-
peering into the abyss, and the abyss is peering back.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or even like something like seeing someone break their bones in half or something like that too.
Yep, maybe someone stabs themselves, or like you see a dead body. Even just seeing a dead body or blood is enough to trigger a sanity check.
Yep.
Kind
Gotcha.
of makes sense. I have certainly a somewhat above average.
What does
power.
Constitution do? Is that my overall health?
Constitution will play into your health as well as your capabilities of resisting certain things, yes.
Okay.
Um,
And I can only switch one number out, right?
well, we're not done quite yet, but did everyone do
Oh.
their power?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with
Size.
size. 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
Okay. Times 5. All right. So, Command V.
Yep.
Into.
Damn, getting really low rolls, some of these.
Honestly, I think I did mine. Character Dimension gave me some good high ones.
Damn,
Whoa,
I'm
30.
small.
You should probably not have odd or even numbers like that.
Should I re-roll?
2d6, hang on, 2 6 plus 6 times 5. I wonder if it did 30. Yeah, it did the 6 times 5 first, Ricky.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
the 2 plus 6. Yeah,
okay.
that's not correct.
Okay, then let me.
PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents.
Yeah.
Wait, are you referring to
So-
mine?
No, I'm talking about, well, actually, maybe yours too. Yeah, it does
I got a
look like
30.
6
I got
times
We
5.
both
39.
did, yeah.
Yeah, your 6 and your 3 should be the 9, and then
All of
plus
you.
6, which would be 15, times 5, which would be, you should not
Yeah.
have any odd numbers or
Yeah.
irregular even numbers. It should always be increments of 5.
So it's 75 then. For size.
So
Why, like,
yours
ridiculously-
should be 16 times 5.
16 times 5?
Or
Jesus.
if you're doing your rolls, it should be the parentheses 2d6 plus 6 parentheses times 5.
16 times 5 is 80. You are a strong,
Beast.
big person.
Do I use the second roll or the first one?
What do you mean, second roll or first one?
Because I re-rolled it because I thought I
Oh,
I
right.
had to.
So, what you're gonna do is, let me just see here. You
I'll
have,
just do the math for the first one. It's okay.
so that's gonna be
That's
4,
12
7,
plus 4, 14.
7, and then it's 12. Yep, 14. Okay, so yes, that the second roll, 65 is correct.
So that no, okay. So I'm doing the second roll.
Second roll. Yep.
Okay, then I'm pretty big then.
So, do the rest re-roll?
Yeah. Anyone not record any of that?
I
Oh
think-
yeah, and also I want to make sure that everyone is making sure that these rolls are correct, because remember, you got to do the 2d6 first, then the plus 6, then times 5, because what it's doing is it's doing everything outside
math
of parentheses
correctly.
first.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, you two
No, it's
have.
doing inside the parentheses first. It's doing math correctly. We can't fault roll 20 for that.
That's why I was asking if they wanted to just keep the 2d6 they rolled. 'Cause
Exactly.
Both of them did wrong too.
Yes. So what's going to happen is just go ahead and re-roll if you don't have increments of 5 in your result.
So it'd be the parentheses 2d6.
But I did the math correctly. Like
Yeah, the
separately,
thing
and-
is, you can do the math correctly. That's why I was asking if I could just do the math correctly instead of using the second roll.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so just keep the first rolls for them.
Keep the first rolls, but
And that rolls-
make sure they cannot be out of increments of 5. It's just how the game
Exactly.
works. Yeah.
The thing is, you just have to redo the math. Just do the
Correct.
math in your head, and
Yeah.
you'll be fine. So that's 2 plus 6 makes it 8. Plus 6 makes it 14 times 5 is 70.
14 times 5 is definitely 70.
Anyone else need help with math?
Yeah, what's
Nope, I'm
everyone's
good.
results? Okay.
75 for me.
Nice. Okay.
Same.
Oh no, you should keep the 5.
Okay, so I did it right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
you did.
no,
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
5
just
plus
keep it.
5. Plus the 6.
Okay. Well, it's the same number, so it's
Numbers.
And if you want me to do your math, it's 16 times 5, which is 50. That's 80.
Yep. That's,
That's
pretty
80.
damn
You
good.
you're huge.
Yeah.
That's fucking
You're
huge.
tall.
So just remember,
That's
you can
80?
always.
You said 80?
Yeah.
wha-
80.
Yeah.
Jesus
Just-
Christ, I'm gonna rethink my character now.
Well, hang on. No, just remember, you can switch out one stat with another.
I think I like
that's,
this.
that's a DM ruling for me. Sorry, not DM, keeper of arcane lore. So let's go past size. I think we got that taken care of. Let's go with
Yeah, it's
education,
Education.
which is going to be 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
Okay, back to the same thing. I will just roll this. Fuck.
55.
Roll 2d6. I got 8 plus 6.
So that's 14 times 5 is going to be 70.
Yo, Anne managed to get to type it out correctly.
Yeah.
I'm in algebra. I'm good at maths.
What a show off.
65, good education.
All right. Now that we have completed
Lucky.
the basic characteristics, I want everyone to choose their age for their character. Obviously, you know, Kate, I would imagine that you would want to keep your character within the range of the one depicted in the picture. So what, like 20s, 30s?
Always.
I did 28.
Yeah.
We still got luck.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get to that in a second here. So what's going to happen here? Once everyone chooses their age, I'll go through you individually. Well, I'll start with you, actually, Tristan, because you already have your age. So 28, I'm going to have you make an improvement check for your education. So roll a 1d100.
I already did this.
And if the result...
My sheet's completely done.
Yeah.
Oh, you...
She had failed it beforehand.
Oh, well, fuck me.
I just went through the book. Sorry.
You're fine. I'm actually, I'm a little surprised at the initiative.
It's called Cthulhu. You didn't think there wouldn't be?
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
And I succeeded.
So let's go through individually with everybody. So Crazy, you obviously got. What age did you choose?
28.
28. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with Ricky. What do you envision your character's age to be?
He's a gangster. I'm looking at the I'm looking at the age buffs and debuffs.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta let me look at gangster real quick. Can you go on with the rest, and you can circle back to me. Sorry.
Yep. That's fine. Z.
Well, let's do 25.
Okay. Young. So we're gonna do an improvement check for your education. So
Oh shit, it's already high.
roll a d100.
D100?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay, alright. So what's gonna happen now is if the result is greater than your present education, which I'm pretty fucking sure a 99 is greater than your current education,
No way.
you're gonna add 1d10. So roll a 1d10.
Ooh. Boop.
Alright, you're gonna add 5 to
70.
your education score.
70, y'all.
Shit.
Yeah, I failed my improvement scored, but I already have an 80, so it's not like a huge deal.
Wow.
Yeah. I passed it and got a 77.
Jeff.
I chose 40 years old.
Oh, old fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so what's going to happen with 40 years old is you're going to deduct 5 points from your strength, con, or dex. You can split it across 1, 2, or all 3 if you wanted, or 1.
Just 5 points?
Just 5.
Alright, I'm
But you
going to
get
take
to
5 off my dexterity to make it 65.
But you get to make 2 improvement checks for your education.
Yes, you do.
That's
You're also
good.
going to reduce your appearance by 5 points as well. I don't know
Mean.
why. I mean, I know. Like, you just, apparently you get worse.
I get
looking.
better with age.
The tired eyes.
So you can make 2 improvement checks for your education. So go ahead and roll 1d100 twice.
Quick question, Zim.
Yes.
D100.
It says occupation skill points.
Oops.
It says
You got the back.
education times
Yeah.
2 and appearance times 2.
25 and
You
18.
don't have to worry about that yet, Ricky.
All right. So
I'm
it's
just-
yeah. 1 second. One thing at a time. So 25 and 18. What's your current education? I would imagine that it's higher than that.
70.
All right. So unfortunately, you did not advance your education in any way with those 2 rolls.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. Now, what we are going to do is go fill in the derived attributes, which are kind of like the things that are secondary to your main actual attributes. For example, your sanity points. Let's start with your sanity points. Those are equal to your power.
Wait, where's
Ooh, okay,
sanity
cool.
points? There it is. Okay.
Yep. So yes.
You skipped me.
Sorry, I am really sorry. Yeah, you.
Okay.
Sorry, I got thrown off with the whole. Hey, come back to me. So.
Yeah. I'll stick to the same age, just in 28.
So 20s ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Improvement check, please. 1d100. Okay.
I got 55. Yeah.
Yeah. So no improvement there. Sorry.
I got.
You could say you're 28, like Crazy and I. We can say we all went to school together.
Yeah, I'm down. It's this thing of like the two, like you guys went to the good, like the good route. I went like fucking
juvenile delinquency.
Yeah.
Okay, so sanity points are equal to your power characteristic. So if your power is 70, your sanity is 70. And when and if, it's not even really an if, you will lose sanity as this game progresses. That number will become perpetually lower and lower and lower, and by the time you reach 0, you are no longer coherent. You are, yes, you have slipped into a different reality of your own making.
Can it go back up?
There are ways to bring it back up, yes. For example, you'll get what's known as, like if you check out your backstory, you'll have treasured possessions and significant people, and those can play into regaining sanity. Like if, say for example, you have like a really traumatic experience in your life, would you keep that all to yourself, or would you go and talk to someone who you trust and can, you know, give this information to without judgment? That's kind of how the significant people plays into the whole story. Like you can say, oh, I just saw some really fucked up, you know, like this entity from, you know, I don't know, somewhere, and they're just like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever, and they're just like, all right, but they listen to you, and they make your day a little bit better.
I'm gonna go talk to Kate to get like free therapy.
And I will also say that significant people do not have to be people outside of the main group of characters. So you can feasibly choose other individuals in the main group to be significant.
My imaginary friend.
There's nothing in the rulebook that says anything otherwise.
Well, imaginary friend.
Let's continue here. Magic points.
Yay, magic.
Those are equal to 1/5 of your power.
Ooh, okay. To divide.
Make me do even more math. Jeez.
Yes, those calculators are getting used a lot.
So
isn't 45. The 1/5 on there?
0.2. Just divide by 0.2.
Listen, look for your
Isn't it on the bottom right of the power?
I mean, times 0.2.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it is. It would be, yeah. It would
right?
Okay, so if you look
times
at
0.2 and I divide.
If you look at your characteristics, there's obviously the main number. Like for example, your strength, Jeff, is 30, but then your half is 15, and then your fifth is 6.
Okay,
you can see that to the right there. Look to the right of that number, 30. Just to the right of it.
Oh, Shelly has hit
right.
12 hit
The number 6, right underneath the 15 here.
Yep, those numbers to the right correspond to the half values and fifth values.
Oh.
Points.
So 6,
right, so...
a fifth of 30 is 6.
But it was my power, I thought, right?
Yeah, it's based off of your...
So my power is 45, and so that would mean...
9. You have magic points of 9, yep.
Okay. Oh, it already calculated it for me.
Yeah, as soon as you put it on, it should have calculated it for you.
That's one thing I will kind of have to be wary of in this, because I'd be like, hey, do this. Oh, it's already done for me. Okay, so now we're going to do luck.
Lucky.
So you're going to roll 3d6 multiplied by 5.
Back to the old formula.
Excuse me.
3d6 times 5.
Let's go! I'm a lucky motherfucker.
Can't say the same.
14 times 5 is 70.
Damn, nice. Okay. So I'm going to employ an alternate rule in this game. It's going to be a house rule, essentially. With your luck rolls, at the end of every session, I'm going to have you roll a luck improvement.
Okay.
It will. You roll the 1d100, and if you get above your current luck score, you'll get an improvement of 1d10. If you get below, you won't get anything. I just kind of want to keep things a little bit on a more even keel with characters and using your luck to get out of certain scenarios, but I also want to keep it fair. And we'll go into how you use luck in the game as we progress. But essentially what's going to happen is your luck you can add into some of your rolls and change the outcome of certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So you just click on the whole square. You don't have to click on like the text or anything. That's nice.
I think, yeah.
I like the sheet.
Alright, so we're going to do hit points now. That's going to be equal to your size and con combined divided by 10.
So that's 12.
So it should already have all that information plugged in.
It already calculated mine for me. I have 14 as hit points.
Okay, I would imagine your move rate is also calculated.
Where's that?
I need to...
On the sheet?
I'd be in combat.
That was in your skills, so it's like...
Yeah, let me
Oh yeah,
look
your
at combat.
dexterity, your dodge, movement rate
Move
is
rate,
8.
yep. Okay. So it's under combat. Your movement rate is already calculated according to your dex and strength and your size. If you are above the age of 40, deduct 1 from your move.
It doesn't let you like. Oh, it does. So it just kind
It
of
should be able to just let you type it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was move again?
So it's under your
go to
combat
combat.
tab. I should already have it open for you.
The movement rate?
Combat, yeah, movement rate.
Excuse me.
Yep. Yours is currently 7.
Yeah, that's correct. Because I'm 40.
Yep, but your age bracket is going to bring that down by 1, so it's 6.
You said above 40, though. That's okay, though.
Wait, what?
All right.
What do you mean above 40?
I think he meant 40 and above.
40 to 49 years old.
Gotcha.
You will get
okay, never mind.
a negative. Yeah, if the age is in the 40s, you will deduct 1 from the move.
Okay. Old and decrepit.
Yeah, you old fuck. Anyways, let's see. Now we're gonna decide occupation.
Oh Lord.
Actually, you know what? Let's do the background portrait and all that shit at the top, like character name, gender, residence, blah blah blah, birthplace. You can just fill that in. But
Oh Lord.
Where are we from?
yeah, we're gonna. So, the campaign is going to be taking place in Overton, Wales.
Okay.
Wales. So Welsh names. If you go to Fantasy Name Generator, they actually have like IRL names, and you can look up Welsh
And then
names.
the bio and info tab.
Yes. If you. Yeah.
I don't see anything. Like it's
That'll be at
just-
the top of your sheet. It'll
Yeah, you
say
gotta go
character
to
name,
edit.
occupation.
Yeah, so it's in your sheet, character sheet. It's it should be a constant remaining thing at the top of the sheet where it just shows your character name, your characteristics, as well as your occupation, your age, your gender, residence, birthplace, all that shit.
That sounds nice. I like that.
At the top of your sheet, yes, Jeff?
I see character sheet, bio and info, and attributes and abilities.
Click on
no,
your
no.
character sheet tab.
Yep, I'm there now.
Okay, so now that you're in your sheet, character name, occupation, age, gender, residence, all that stuff.
Oh, Jesus,
Yeah.
I'm just
No, that's
friggin'
right.
blind. I'm sorry.
You're not.
I will say the only thing I don't have filled out is my possessions because I couldn't figure out how to get the credit rating to work.
Okay,
I
yeah,
need to
we'll
find
cover
a
that.
good character generator name
That
here.
was
Go ahead, Crazy. Sorry.
no, I said I was able to do the possessions.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see.
The
So
people I apparently went to high school with, 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2. All right.
oh boy,
Tommy Oliver.
Oliver. Interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I don't like Oliver. Tommy Thorpe. I like that
Thorpe.
one. Thorpe, yeah.
It's the name of a small village. Thorpe. So, all right. Now that that stuff is in place, we're going to decide occupations, and we're going to finally allot skill points.
Jeez. Alright.
So, occupations. We'll go down the line. Obviously, Kate and Gabriel have their occupations chosen. How about you, Jeff? Do you think it sounded like you were leaning towards hacker, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going.
And your credit rate. Okay, that's good. Sweet. So, what's going to happen here?
Oh. Should we allow them to switch a score out?
Yeah,
before
let's do
we
that real
pick?
quick. If there are 2 scores, of your characteristics that you don't like or want to switch around, you may do so.
All right, I'm gonna swap out dexterity for strength. Because gangster. You already chose gangster, by the way.
Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna. I can work with that.
Yeah. And gangster uses strength a lot more.
That's gonna be interesting, a cop working with a gangster.
It's going to provide me an interesting dynamic to have to figure out. But
Yeah.
Exactly why I picked it, because I thought this is gonna be fun.
I swapped out strength and appearance for 35, 45.
okay.
Nice.
A residence is just. Do we have to put like a town in country?
You can just simply say Overton, Wales.
Am I the only one
How
that
do you
got at
spell that?
least average on appearance?
I'll put it in chat here.
I have 45 on appearance.
That's below
I tend
average.
to, yeah, I tend to make a thing out of it.
Thank you.
So it just seems like everybody rolled really bad for appearance, and I got 65.
We all know who was popular in high school.
That's right.
All right.
Nah, she was only there for a year before her brother got offed.
God.
Excuse me, God.
I need to figure that out too. I have some
I
work.
forgot you would only make like fucked up characters.
Yeah, I have some work ahead of me for sure.
I always make traumatized characters. Do you know me to not?
I forgot. I thought maybe in this very fucked up campaign you'd make a happy one.
Why can't you just create a character that just wants to help people?
I did.
She does want to help people, but that's because her brother was murdered.
Listen, she grew through the trauma. This is good. This is good. We were born here. At least I was born here as well. Just put the same place. Like stuck in at home.
Okay. I would imagine that all of the skills in the sheet have a base value already.
Yes.
Okay. Looks like it, yeah. So what that'll mean is it's taking into assumption that a human knows how to do certain things. Like, for example, jumping. I mean, who doesn't know how to jump? Maybe a paraplegic. But that's a little morbid. I'm sorry. Again, mature audience. Viewer discretion advised. I take no responsibility for anyone hurt in this scenario.
You can hurt me all you want, Tim. I'll probably like it.
Kinky. Mature audiences.
That's right. All right, so let's see here. Everyone have their...
This is the part that kind of gets, like, I had to do a lot of math to figure out how I wanted to do it. Like, this one is the part that takes me the longest, I feel like.
Yep.
Yeah, choosing your occupations and allotting the skill points.
The skill points.
Yep. So once you choose your occupation, let's go through the line here. Crazy, you've already done all of this, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting, you have too, I'd imagine.
Yep.
Ricky, you said you're going with
Gangster boss, yeah.
Gangster. Where is that?
Apparently, there's two different gangsters. There's gangster boss and gangster underling.
Where is that? Is that oh, that's on the investigators.
Page 81. Yeah.
I'm stupid. I have just the Keeper's Handbook out. I need to get my investigators.
I had them both on. I was like, I don't need this.
Yeah, I got both books out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna close the investigators handbook. No, not the investigator. The.
Oh no, I got the physical.
Oh.
Both.
That's
Yeah, I have the
cool.
physical as well. So.
I got the magical one too.
All right, here we go. Creating investigators. Yay.
Chip,
Page 81. Yeah.
81. Got it. Gangster.
Bottom left.
Got it. So boss or underling? I would.
Boss.
You're going with the boss. Okay.
At 28?
28. Yeah, ambitious.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Listen, I'm gonna make a thing out of it.
Okay. So then, your occupation skill points.
Education times 2 and it plus appearance times 2.
Correct. So what that means is your skills that are under that occupation are listed below that. Fighting, firearms, lawless, and all blah blah blah. So your occupation skill points that you have available to you can only be put into those occupation skills.
So I have 4 points. I roll for them.
So what is your education currently?
55.
So times 2, that's 110. What's your appearance?
45.
Okay,
That's
so that's
90.
90. So that's 200 points, occupation skill points that you can put across fighting, firearms, law, listen,
Skills. Okay.
and yeah, and all that other shit. So that's point for point.
210
You
points?
can put in. Sorry, what?
210 was the math.
200.
90 and 200.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. It's 110 and 90.
Let's see here, Jeff. You said you were going with hacker.
Yes. I have it right here. Skills, computer use, electrical repair, electronics, library use, spot hidden, one interpersonal skill, charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade, any 2 other skills.
Okay. So that's going to be your education times 4. I'm pretty sure you have a pretty high education. Am I not correct with that? 70?
70, yeah.
Okay, so 70 times 4 is... Oh boy, that's gonna be 280, yeah. 280 skill points to put into any of those skills listed under your hacker occupation.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that now.
Yep.
Okay.
Where it says, so I have fighting skills. It says fighting skill 1, 2, and 3. I believe it lets me just add one random fighting skill.
Let me just look at your shit here.
I'm just asking about the blank slots.
Oh, you're talking about the... Ooh, yeah. Let's leave those alone for now.
Okay. And the
I would say
dots on
Brawl
the
is going to
side.
be your main go-to
Yeah.
here.
And it says I already have like 25 on it.
Correct.
So 25 plus whatever I add.
Your Brawl also is contributed to by your size, I believe.
Okay. And I'm guessing strength.
Yes.
Wait, so my electrical repair is already at 10 on my sheet. Do I add?
Yes, you add into it.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
The circle, so like turn on and off. What does that do?
The little eyeballs.
The usage check mark.
Oh, the little circle is the usage. So what's going to happen is when you successfully complete a skill check with that skill, like if I have you roll a listen or a spot hidden and you succeed on it, you'll check that little circle next to it, and during your character development phase, you'll roll for that skill to see if it improves.
Alright.
Let's see here. I think, let's see, Z.
Soldier.
Soldier. Interesting. Okay.
A young soldier. Soldier boy.
Let me look here. Soldier, Secretary, Soldier, Marine. Okay, here we go. Alright, so your occupation skill points will be your education times 2. Which is going to be
70 times 2. 140.
And that's going to be also including Dex times 2 or Strength times 2, whatever is higher, I would imagine.
Wait, where is this going?
What's your
You
Dex
get to
score and your
choose.
Strength score? Yeah.
My
Whichever is
strength is
higher.
45 and my dex is 50.
I would go with your Dex then, times 2, so 100. So 140 times... Sorry, plus 100 is 240?
Okay.
240
That's going where?
occupation skill, but so those are going into these skills specifically tied to your occupation.
200. Jesus Christ.
So it's climb or swim, dodge, fighting, firearms, stealth, survival, and you could do first aid, mechanical repair, or any kind of language. And in this game, don't worry about getting too crazy with languages. I think at the most I'm going to have, I don't know, maybe Latin or other very esoteric languages that not everyone would really know.
Gotcha.
But it will not be very frequent, if at all, in my mind.
So I have 240 points to put. What?
240 points to put into... Okay, so you see in the book where you see your occupation, soldier?
Yeah, so
It
fist
says
punch,
your skills.
weapons,
There's a skills portion that mentions all the different skills that your
radio,
occupation would be familiar with.
medical.
Yes. So you
Jeez,
would
Christ.
pour those points into those skills.
Had to do some math.
That's what I said. It's like the longest part of making your character.
All right, let's go.
But after this, all you guys really need to do is I mean, we can just determine like your finances and stuff like that. We'll do gear and equipment later, probably next time. And I guess I'll trust all of you to create some sort of small backstory involving your character. Maybe how you ended up in Overton, or your ties to Overton and what they are. Or maybe even your ties to the investigators themselves, or maybe people around the town themselves. I want you guys to create sort of a vested interest in not only your character, but the place that this will all be taking place in.
Do we get debuffs or buffs based on our occupations?
What do you mean by that?
Do soldiers get debuffs for education?
Let's see here. I
I think it's
don't.
-2. No, that's
They do not. No.
okay.
No.
Cool.
It's not 110. I'm at 110.
We'll finalize every other part of the character sheet next time, but it is getting kind of up in the clock, so to speak. So, I mean, we can obviously split this into as many times as we need it. But I think so far everyone kind of has the basics and the bones, the bare bones of their character, which is good. I didn't want this to go particularly long, so what we can do is, after everyone, I would imagine everybody took that number that I gave them after calculated all that stuff, and they're
280.
deducting, yeah, they're deducting from all of that and putting it into their occupational skills.
It's 80.
Oh, before we leave, should we also do like the personal interest?
Is
Yep.
there a way?
points?
Let's listen.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there a way to reset like your stats like back to the way they were?
No, unless you want to change them physically by typing them.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Let's add the spot in.
you have already allocated what your stats are by rolling. So
Okay.
there's really no going back.
All right.
Let me just look here if there's anything I'm missing.
I think just
So I
That's
saw
what we
something in the investigator handbook saying electronics is a skill, but I don't see that in the.
Computer use?
You can add it as a skill physically by typing it in one of the blank spots in that.
Oh, wait. Oh no, it's we
Additional skill.
we go to the edit mode. Just click the little eyeball by the number. If the thing isn't glowing, it won't show the thing when you go out of edit mode.
Eyeball by the number.
Yeah, like it looks like a little eyeball.
Zim, did you just click something in my character
I did,
sheet?
yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I was like thinking I was going crazy. I was like, this wasn't the page I was on.
No, just make sure you take off all of those circles that are filled in on your sheet, because that means that you successfully use those skills, which is not the case.
I'm sorry, my brain was in the, my brain was in the thinking that meant I had some type of, those were my skills. I think I used them just to figure out what my skills were.
Gotcha. Alright,
I think there's only one last thing. Just a personal interest skill points.
personal interest skill points, yes. So what that means is you're going to multiply your intelligence score by 2. And with that result, you can drop those points into any skill you want. It doesn't have to be your occupational skills. It can be literally anything.
Okay.
And you do have to put some points into your credit rating.
Yes, your credit rating is going to determine what your overall wealth is, and your occupation does play into that credit rating as well.
So I gotta multiply my intelligence by 2.
Intelligence by 2, yes, and that's going to be your personal interest skill points that you can dump into anything.
All right, can you pretend for a second that I know where I'm going here and just explain to me where this credit rating is?
It's on your skills.
What does the
Okay.
credit rating do?
It's alphabetical
It's
too,
under-
so it's
there
under
it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's under computer use. So credit rating directly correlates to your wealth as a person.
Mhm.
Oh fuck it, I'm going
So
95.
if you, well,
I
hang
got
on
a good page here if you want.
That's
me
the
to
max I
save them.
can as gangster.
one moment. I think there's. I don't think you can go beyond your means with a credit. Okay, yeah, here we go. An investigator's starting credit rating is determined during the character creation based on the investigator's chosen profession. In play, credit rating determines the amount of money a character has available. Credit rating also indicates the general living standards a person can afford, as well as indicating the character's relative status in society. Your investigator's credit rating skill begins at 0, and the range of starting levels for each profession can be broad. The level chosen should reflect the investigator's rank in that profession. For example, a criminal could be used as a profession for a poor lone pickpocket, or a wealthy gang boss, which would be a credit rating of 90. So you can. I don't want anyone to stray outside of the credit rating that is determined for their occupation.
Yeah, I just maxed it out. I thought so. It was 110, so I have what 15 points left to like spread around.
Wait, so how many points do we get to spend here?
It's your intelligence times 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got your occupational points,
90.
which is just for your specific occupation skills. And the personal interest is for any of them.
I'm gonna toss the other 15 into like car driving, into drive auto. That's 35.
Your combat value should also be automatically assigned with your strength and size, so don't worry about those. But after you guys assign your personal interest skills and your occupational skill points, you're done. Other than creating your.
What do I do with the leftover points?
You keep putting into skills until they're gone.
Yeah.
Any skill?
Just
Your
Yeah,
occupational
use your any
skills, the ones that you
Okay.
get from your occupation, those go directly into the skills correlating to your occupation. But your personal interest skills can go into anything.
Okay.
So, like, for my occupational skills, what I did was I figured out about how much would be evenly spread apart, and then, like, because that's kind of what I do with my characters. A lot of time I want it to be as even as possible, and then just bump up a few of my other stats. But then, like, with the personal ones, I was just like, well, this looks fun. Let me add some here.
yeah. I added at least 10 to all of my occupational skills, and then the ones I'm gonna know that I'm gonna specialize in or supposed to specialize in, I added a couple. I added some more, and then yeah.
That's basically kind of like what I did.
Yep.
Listen, I'm gonna write you a good backstory for him to be this rich and a mob boss at 28.
Okay. I'm actually looking forward to how this could work. I think if we can kind of work that into the setting, it could mean that your character has a vested interest in surviving all this. So yeah, that makes sense.
What was you guys' like social ranking in high school?
Wait, there was a
Not
social
IRL,
ranking in high
that's-
school?
I was asking. I'm asking Tristan and Crazy since
Yeah, I
we
didn't
kind
think
of.
about that.
I didn't really think about it. I don't know. She probably was like, she had just moved here and then she was living here for about a year and then her brother was murdered. I feel like she probably didn't have a whole lot of like time to get a social standing.
Yeah, I did have my guy
We might have
born
been.
here, but I didn't think about it that much.
But she would be the type to be nice to everybody and just be a very kind person. So
If you would like to include in your backstory, like maybe meeting a few friends, like the lone actual friendships that got you through all of that, that's totally fine with me. Just know that
This
whatever
from
you
what I-
produce is going to be canon for me.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I've
I
done
feel like though
bingo.
for us to like hang out, we would have to not know about his mob boss doings because we are both in the police force.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to determine how well we knew each other in high school. Thus, the dynamic would change whether it like in my mob boss doings and how. Because if I'm a mob boss, I've been arrested before, so you guys do know.
I do think it would be interesting to see the downward spiral of someone who you considered your friend.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking that might happen. Because
She would definitely be interested in your brain and what in your brain is making you want to commit crimes.
he had from what I've currently like brought is he went through like some really bad accident when he was a child, and his face like pretty scarred. So and which also led him kind of poor and everything.
What's
and
your appearance?
He 45.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. So his face is pretty scarred. So he realized, and he tried to be good throughout most of high school, but it got him nowhere, and it just led to him, just giving up. And then it's like, you know what? I'm gonna take what I didn't have as a child by force, and he became pretty violent throughout the end of high school, and led him to becoming a mob boss pretty quickly.
Nice.
Also, since I'm pretty big, I think it was a 70. My size is like 70.
Mine's 72.
Yeah. So I was a
75.
pretty big kid, and like I started beating the fuck out of just other mobsters until I climbed my way up pretty quickly.
All right. Then I think currently we're good to go for now. You guys can mull over your backstories in the coming weeks before we get going. Obviously, those of you who do not have a character portrait at this time, I would encourage you to find one, or if you want, I can just throw some prompts into the AI generator and make you one. Otherwise, I think we're probably going to call it for tonight. We made pretty good progress.
Okay.
And
Have something.
yes, you have at least something tangible to get going.
Yeah.
And I would probably try to maybe plan for next week same time for the continuance, just to make
Of
sure
what,
everything's,
character creation?
yeah, just to make
Okay.
sure everyone's up to speed and on the same page and so on and so forth.
Yeah, because I don't even think you gave us like a thing on like how you want us to do our possessions and stuff. So
Nope, not yet. We'll cover all that. I also want to kind of think a little bit further on those topics because it's all going to play into the story, and I don't want to have any sort of lapses in what could be a great story. I'm very excited for what is about to unfold because this entity that you will be facing is just fucking diabolical.
I'm guessing it's not Hashtag because that was the one in your previous game.
It will not be the King in Yellow. No.
that was a fun time.
Also, he's diabolical.
He's probably the most diabolical, but this one, he's not even really so much diabolical in the sense that he's an intelligent being that can make choices. It's more like how everything takes place, and it's very unsettling to me.
Fuck you.
John, what's the AI software you're using for portraits?
It's Mid-Journey. I have the bot in the server. It's the Generation Room 1 and 2 up near the top of the channel list there. You do have to have a subscription to use it.
You also have to ask permission to get access to that channel.
Correct, yes. We want to make sure everyone's mature enough to use it and look at what it could potentially generate.
And Zim can give it to you, or any of us admins can.
Okay. What was it called again? For
Mid
the
Journey.
Mid Journey. And that's what the channel's called in Discord.
1 second, I'll give you the role right now. I mean, I trust you. You're not an immature prick,
thank you.
so.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's called Imagination Station because I wanted it to be named that, and Zim said okay.
It's a good name.
Thank you.
All right, it's right. Let me just ping you here. There's one. You should be able to see it all now.
Yep. Got it.
So obviously, the stuff that you see in these channels are all entirely fictional. Blah blah blah. I don't want to get into the whole. That's probably one thing that I think we should add to the stream description is that all events, places, people, locations, blah blah blah, are entirely coincidental. Blah blah blah. Only because I'm obviously choosing a real place that this is taking place in, and I don't want to like say, oh, this person runs the tavern here. It's on Main Street in Overton. It's like, okay, well, and then someone chimes in who's actually from Overton. Well, it's like, no, this guy. So I don't want to invite anyone to contradict anything that happens here because it's not meant to be real. It's meant to be fictional. I'm just simply using real places.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta get up and work in the morning.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.
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 But yes, everyone plan on next week, same time to finalize things.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
And I guess I'll hop back on the PlayStation and see what they're doing.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I'm done for
PlayStation?
the night.
okay, yeah, PlayStation 5.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
same. I'm gonna go back to Need for Speed.
Oh yeah. All right.
I want to play Diablo, but I also want to go to bed.
Yeah, you might as well just go to bed. All right. I'll see you guys next week.
Have a good night.
Sweet.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright.